So, my first real job moving out to LA was working at a call center for this company called Shoe Dazzle. I think they're still around. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Anyways, it was an online shoe company, and the job was really stressful because people get real crazy about those shoes. It gets real on those phones, but you learn how to not take people's negativity. They tell you all types of crazy stuff and you build a thick skin. But anyways, um they laid off the whole customer service department when I think they had like a merger that they did, and so their LA office was no longer. And I remember these people feeling as though like this job was going to be like their last job. Like they believed in the company so much, they were all for it. And just seeing that, learning that about them, seeing that look in their eyes, and knowing like working at, I never worked, but I would help out at my family's medical business as a child because I was little. That's why I was saying I wasn't working. I was like helping and everything. But I saw the atmosphere of like being around a small business and having that sense of pride in that, and when we all got laid off, I had made a decision where I was just like, the next job that I go to, I really wanted to be aligned with my purpose. And I really wanted to be aligned with me being able to pretty much get paid mentorship. I start looking at the job differently. Originally, I just looked at the job. I was like, oh, you get a job, you work it, you get your check, you do what you want and whatever. I never associated like utilizing a job for more than just a paycheck, and maybe making friends. I started to see it as more of like a seed and more so of a thing where it's like I need to work at wherever I'm going to have freedom with schedule to still work on the things that are important to me in my personal life. I need to be able to work at a place where I can learn an industry that is, you know, I don't want to say safe, but like an industry that I can maneuver within, that's kind of niche in itself. Um, and I wanted to be in entertainment because entertainment, that's my thing. That's me, I'm the artist. So I really wanted to be able to work for a small business because a lot of times with small businesses, you can be in close proximity with the CEO also, which was very important to me because I felt like going for the whole corporate thing, you're just a part of such a big ladder that you can just end up with golden handcuffs and be another cog in the wheel. That's what I was feeling about it. And so when I was going to employ like agencies, the ones that you do, like the temp agencies, right? I'm going to the temp agency places and I'm telling them like specifically what I want. And they thought I was crazy. They literally thought I was crazy. And I was praying about it. And God, I believe God had confirmed it. Like, this is where you're gonna work. It's gonna be an entertainment office where you're gonna be able to do these things. You're gonna work there, and this is what's gonna help you. So I'm like, okay, Lord. And I'm telling these people about it, and they're like, okay, all right, whatever. But then there was this one guy, and I was his first client for when he first started the job. So he remembered me and he remembered what I said. And he was like, I'm not sure if this is it, but it's like they have entertainment in their name and it's an office and it's in Studio City. Like, you may be interested. And so I went for the interview and I got the job that day. And so that job, I've been working there going on 9 years now. And for some people, I know over the years have been like, why are you still there? You could be making so much more money. You could have, focused on getting a bigger place. You could have gotten, you could have been so more further along if you would have left that job. And I had to really stay on my own personal mission of what this job is for me. For me, the benefits work well health wise for me. The benefits work well for my schedule, for me to be able to do the things that I can with my daughter. I never would have imagined that my daughter would have autism and I would have to go to her at different appointments. And my job makes it available for me to be able to do that. God knew that. I didn't know that would be available, the things that I'm able to do entrepreneurially and how I'm building my business. I just went to coffee last week with the CEO of the company that I work for, and we're talking about business and the marketing. I didn't know that I was ever going to get those opportunities, but God knew. God knew, right? So that's why his words say, for those who wait, what comes? Good things come to those who wait. Don't get me, y'all ain't gonna get me started. Y'all gonna get me like what? So now I'm in a position where I have a partner for one business that's in like the experiential marketing business. And I also have a healthcare business that I'm starting up. And all of those things I've been able to develop and work on and have the space and the time and the opportunity and garner the knowledge because of having a stable job and not having to be desperate to just do whatever or following whatever's next. I've been able to really ground myself and take the time to build. And that's just the type of person that I am. I don't believe in anything that's quick or fast. I believe that even with this show that I'm doing, like this is the second episode, who knows what's going to happen, but I know that this is the mechanism that I want to use to build my audience and to build my business off of. This is marketing for me. This is me showing up and being like, here, I got to be consistent to myself and to you. But for me, I see the bigger picture. It's going to take time, but I got to build something real. And I felt that's why I needed to be at a good company where I could build a relationship with. I look at it that way, like a marriage, So working there has now been me working from home, and which is here, right? Like able to do this during like my breaks and everything. So yeah, the lesson that I've learned thus far when it comes to having a job that you can use as a seed for your business is to be patient and to also understand that everything's about timing. Eventually it won't make sense anymore. Who knows? I might always keep my job. I could work from whatever. It's a check is a check to me. I'm keeping it as long as I can. Okay. that's what that's what I also learned. I ain't too good for a check. It's just got to be the kind of check that I need for my desires. Okay. But I have learned thus far how to humble myself under another CEO, how to provide excellence, whether it's for me or for someone else. I've had to get that because at moments you have times when you're like, oh, I could just be doing this for myself, or they're not gonna appreciate me, or that you get in your ego, and so I've learned how to humble myself to say no. I just want to be good, no matter how I show up wherever I'm showing up. I've learned working at a job while building a business, some things that I want to do, that I don't want to do, how I want to build culture and how important culture is. But you don't really understand that until you've assessed another company that's already operating. So those are the lessons that I have learned.